We came so far from dreams. The path was hard for me. They thought we fall, you see. Well, look at us now, look at us now. We make it hot when we on the scene, yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team, yeah, you know we gon' eat. You see the crowds when we come around, you know that I roll with some kings. We sit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we. Tell me who better than we. We soaring to places you never could reach. When we walk in that spot, don't hear none of you speak. Shh, do you want peace or the peace? A king about to put you to sleep. Listen, my team is elite. You not even qualified to compete. He starving, he barely can eat. I guess that's why he always itching for beef. So I put him on ice and I told him to chill. Close your mouth if you can't pay for the meal. Making statements that you know you don't mean. Nice guy trying to act like he mean. Keep it a buck, keep it a bean. Attitudes will put you dudes in the beam. Izuku, he don't live in reality. Shake back, all become a fatality. Yeah, how you gon' hate when you mirror us? He think he a star, he ain't serious. X him out, we not on the same frequency. If you broke, you ain't hearing us. Work the screw, anime, that's how I feel, period. We winning, that's making them furious. We make it high when we on the scene, yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team, yeah, you know we gon' eat. You see the crowds when we come around, you know that I roll with some kings. We sit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we.
Yo, what do you do, guys? It is your boy, Mookie here, back with you with another new part of What If Izuku Was Trained by Ryu Hayabusa. This is part 24, and unfortunately, this is the last part for Dragon Ninja Deku. I am so sorry, guys. Truly, I am. This has been one of the longest running series on my channel since I started out as a What If content creator. I'm going to be sad parting ways from it, but it's not making the numbers like it used to, and personally, I need those numbers to go up. But so, I decided to end the series here. If this What If starts making like the numbers like it used to back in the day, or at least get up to that of 1,000 views, then I'll keep it going. But if not, well, sorry guys, this is the last part I'm ever going to do for this series. So with all that said, let's go with that. I have a quick recap. The League of Villains have gained that of 3 new members. 2 members we all know and love, Toga and Dabi, of course. However, the newest member being Phase 4, whose mission is to kidnap Izuku. However, she won't elaborate on why she has to kidnap Izuku though. That it's only just her mission objective. Not only that, speaking of Izuku, he's currently keeping his distance from those from Class 1A after that of the, practical exam. The reason being, his trauma from that of dealing with Stain during the Hosu incident. Not being able to save him when he basically committed suicide after all, like those of the Black Spider clan, is the reason on why he's keeping his distance from that of his classmates and friends, and especially his newest girlfriend, Kendo. But even with that, Ayame basically convinced him to spend time with his classmates, to try and spend time with them while he can, no matter what, even giving him the Blade of the Archfiend. And not only that, while going to the mall and spending time with Kendo, as that of a date, to be honest, Shigaraki tried to interact with that of Izuku. However, Phase 4 stops them by pretending to be a fan and asking for their autographs, preventing him from having the same interaction he would have in canon. However, instead of Izuku basically giving him his, so-called conviction to basically destroy Hero Society, it's Phase 4 instead, by telling him to use anybody that comes his way, to use anybody for his own goals and own ideas, no matter what. Even if other people have their own goals and reasons, use them for his own benefit. And for that, Shigaraki now has the resolve, his conviction to destroy All Might and the Hero Society he has built. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? At least that of one day right after summer just began, and Izuku's using this time to, relax before the summer camp begins. When On a day where he was about to go out to take care of some fiends, his mom basically comes through his room within saying, Izuku, look, within showing him that of a letter, as the letter being from that of Island, within realizing, wait, Island, as looking through the letter, within saying, Dear Izuku Midoriya, we saw your performance during that of the UA Sports Festival. Not only you took first place, but you also shown your abilities and qualifications on what it means to be a pro. We found out that you're also still quirkless, and yet you have unique abilities that are even beyond this world. Such abilities we would love to understand and see and show what you're truly capable of. If you wish to grow that of your network as a pro hero, then come to Island. We've also allowed you to that of a +1, so you'll have at least a guest alongside you while during your time on that of the artificial island. P.S. This is sponsored, and all costs for your time at Island will be done by that of the Dorper Corp, requested by that of its CEO Hilda. Within hearing that saying, Dorper Corp? No way! But then, remembering that of the organization, the same, company and organization that's in charge of that of the Dead or Alive tournaments, and was also the main opposition that's always taking on that of Big Sisters Kasumi and also Big Brother Hayato as well. The same corporation that constantly makes clones of the two of them as well. Sure, they have changed over the years, especially being under the leadership of its current CEO, Hilda, but even so, there are those inside of the company that still live up to their ideas of creating the ultimate super soldier by using that of Tengen blood, and yet it seems like they've already, achieved it, but they're still greedy to not wanting to make the perfect super soldier. As he's hesitating on doing it, within saying, hey, Mom, I'll take my time and think about it. If I accept now, I want to think about it before I accept tomorrow, after all, since that's when the plane leaves, right? Within, Inko saying, yes, actually. You have at least that of the whole day before then. Just don't overthink this. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Izuku, saying, yeah, I guess it is. As Izuku basically thinks this through that of the entire day, within soon realizing that he can bring a guest along, as he soon calls that of, Kendo, actually, within saying, hey, Itsuka, are you busy this week, actually, while we have a break before the summer camp? Within saying, actually, I would love to spend time with you, but I kind of have plans already to spend during that of the week, to be honest. I'm sorry, Izuku. I'll make it up to you during the summer camp. Promise. Take care. Within, she hangs up, but then realizing, so my girlfriend has plans outside of just before the summer camp. I wonder what those plans are. Possibly training? If they were training, she would have told me. Oh well. Within thinking, maybe. Within looking through his phone's contacts as he was about to press on Ayame, within remembering some words that she would possibly say, if you call me without giving me a proper reason, I will beat you. Within remembering those words when he was at least a kid, the scars and the threat still remain. Within realizing, maybe I shouldn't call her. Plus, she's still one of the teaching staff at UA. She's probably busy, so within, we're thinking about another person, as he couldn't help but realize, hopefully he's not too busy, as he soon presses on that other number, within saying, hey, Sensei, are you busy? The very next day, currently over that of the Pacific Ocean, lies a private personal jet, as seeing over that of the clear blue waters of the amazing ocean, lies in that of the jet in one seat that of Izuku, as he couldn't help but look over that of the sky, seeing seeing how beautiful the ocean is. However, across from him is actually Ryu, but not in that of his ninja attire, but currently in that of casual robes that he wears when he's just trying to relax, actually. Not always constantly in that of his dragon ninja garb, after all. As having his hands crossing his arms around his robes. But then he's saying, guessing you're not enjoying that of the flight, sensei? But then Ryu, opening his eyes, could help but say, oh no, I'm enjoying the time, but I didn't expect that you would bring me along on this, Izuku. Saying, well, it did say to bring one guest after all. Plus, I did ask somebody else before I asked you, sensei. But then, hearing that saying, oh, who that might be? But then, Izuku, feeling a little bit embarrassed, get up and say, I asked Itsuka instead, saying, Itsuka. Ah, Itsuka Kendo, from the sports festival and your classmate, right? Saying, yeah, actually, we are. Ah, yes, Ayame's told me that the two of you started dating, isn't that right? But then, Izuku saying, how did she? When did you? Within, soon, Izuku couldn't help but have that of a red face. Within, Ryu couldn't help but laugh, saying, it's okay. Sorry, my apologies, Izuku. I don't get much chances to embarrass you, after all. Within, after saying that, Izuku brings his hands down, but then saying, Master, you can be such a pain. Then saying, and honestly, I cannot blame you for being your second choice. If I had something like this, and if I took my time to relax, I would have also possibly bring Irene along. But then, hearing that, saying, all right, Miss Irene. I haven't seen her in such a long time, since I was at least that of 13, if I recall. How is she doing? But then, hearing that, Ryu couldn't help but think about that of his current girlfriend and the woman that he truly loves right now, thinking about her, and also the true reason on why he's come to Island back in Tokyo, about that of yesterday, while Ryu and Hayato finished up their patrols across that of Tokyo. With then coming back to that of the agency, Ryu gets his communicator and realizes that it's from that of a phone outside of Japan. Within, Hayato saying, is that important, Ryu? Saying, it's a number outside of Japan. It's most likely somebody in a different country, possibly the States. I may, within, Hayato saying, don't let me stop you. After all, if somebody outside of Japan needs you, it's possibly they need the Dragon Ninja. Within, Ryu can help but roll his eyes, before then taking the call, saying, this is Hayabusa. Within saying, finally I caught through you, Ryu. Within remembering that voice saying, Irene? After hearing that of her boyfriend's voice, as that of a blonde woman with that of a quite mature and beautiful figure, currently wearing that of a black suit and tie, but shows quite a bit of her cleavage. Surprised hearing me again? It's only been that of 3 years, saying, you've been busy and I've been busy. Long distance relationships like ours would have ended sooner. Call me a little bit skeptic. Within, soon Irene can help but say, fair enough. However, there's a reason I'm calling you outside of just worrying about you. Within, Ryu couldn't help but cross his arms, saying, go on. Within, she continues saying, there's something going on with Island. The CIA has been called to take care of something. There's a chance, but maybe it's a small chance, but still a chance. Something may happen on that of the artificial island. Within hearing that, Ryu saying, I've heard of Island, and I've been there at least once, if I recall. Within, Irene continues saying, well, turns out one of our agents there, who has been keeping an eye on Island on behalf of that of the United States, has got some information saying that somebody comes to steal a support gear, an illegal support gear, from Island, actually. Within hearing that, saying, how dangerous are we if it became illegal? Within hearing that, Irene saying, I can't give you too much details, mainly because it's really classified. Even us in the CIA can't even get the details for it. That's just how dangerous it is. But the rumor says that it was created by David Shield. Within hearing that name saying, David? What does he have to do with this? As he remembers that of the spiky brunette man during his time in the West after all, when he took down Emperor Garuda alongside All Might. The man is a genius. So if it has to do with a support device that they believe that even from somebody like him is dangerous. Within thinking, all right, I'll find my way there. How long do I have? Saying, possibly tomorrow night. How long did it take you to get there? I mean, you still have contacts with that of the Japanese government saying, that's the thing. I'm currently working as a pro hero right now. So unless I basically use my authority as a dragon ninja, I won't be able to get any ride there. Within, blinking multiple times over the line saying, wait, you're working as a pro hero? You of all people? Within, the blonde-haired woman couldn't help but feel like laughing at that of her boyfriend. Within saying, it was a favor. Simple as that. But if I need to basically put aside this favor for the greater good, then I will. Within, soon getting a secondary call, as then saying, hang on, Irene, I have a call. It's from Izuku. Within saying, oh, it's Izuku? Don't leave me. Just put me on hold. Don't keep him waiting after all. Within, realizing that, saying, hey, Sensei, would you like to come with me to Island tomorrow? Within, hearing that, Ryu can up and say, I guess the Hayabusa luck is now kicking in for once. Within, Ryu saying, I would love to. After that, the rest is history. As of course, Ryu has a secondary motive for being here at Island outside of just spending time with that of Izuku, as a duty and a favor towards the woman he loves, and hopefully a way to help out his old friend from the States. Within, looking outside again, as Izuku saying, hey, check it out, it's Island. As then, even that of Ryu can up and say, an artificial island. You've seen them once, you've seen them all. Within, Izuku saying, come on, Sensei. Saying, sorry. It's your first time, but unlike you, the artificial islands I've been on are either crawling with that of fiends or that of clonish ninja. Nothing more, nothing less. Within hearing that, they soon arrive at that of the massive man-made island. Within, as they arrive, with soon somebody from that of the Dorper Corp already waiting for them on that of the runway as they grab their things and head out. Within, soon, a suited man saying, welcome Izuku Midoriya. It's a pleasure to have you, young man. Once again, on that of behalf of Island, we congratulate you on winning the sports festival. However, once again, it was that of the Dorper Corp who paid for almost everything here, from your flight here to your flight back, through that of the Island Expo. Within hearing that saying, oh man, I still can't believe I'm here for the Expo of all things. Show off that of the great support gear. Within saying, however, the Expo, it doesn't start until like tomorrow though. Tonight, only those with that of, guest access can actually go through that of the Expo for now and look up all the designs as they're setting up. Not only that, you're free to walk around that of the city as you see fit. All accepted by that of Dorpa. Then, hearing that, Izuku saying, speaking of, I hear the CEO was the one who pulled a lot of strings for me to get a lot of access. Can I ask why? Within, Ryu saying, Izuku saying, sorry, Sensei, just a little on edge, that's all. Within, the man saying, oh, Ryu Hayabusa, it's truly a pleasure to meet you, good sir. Former dead or alive champion. I was only a champion one time. Nothing more and nothing less. Not to mention, if Hilda's still the CEO, so I figured, within saying, I figured she wanted to see an old friend, saying more of an acquaintance than a friend. Please, allow us to show you to that of your hotel room for the time being, and then Miss Hilda would love to meet you in person. And then after that, Izuku saying, so, I thought for sure that you were close with her just like that of, well, Big Sis Kasumi and Big Brother Hayate. Within saying, unlike those two who ended up finding a way to forgive her for her family's crimes, she barely does anything to prevent that of the tragedies from repeating herself within her company. Whatever she plans and whatever she plans to do, we'll keep an eye on her. Simple as that. Within, after that, the two soon arrive at their hotel room, which is quite luxurious actually. It almost looks like close to that of a penthouse suite. But even so, it's still amazing. Within, the one that basically is showing them around tells them that they can come in wearing that of their hero costumes if they feel like it. Within, Ryu saying, I don't wear hero costumes. Within, Izuku saying, Sensei, saying, but I do have my shinobi garb. I can wear that. After that, the two get on that of their out. Izuku gets on his hero costume, and Ryu gets on that of his dragon ninja attire. With Izuku having that of the blade of the Archfiend on his back, alongside that of his wind katana. As for Ryu, just as always, he never goes anywhere without it. That of the dragon sword. Hopefully that he wouldn't need the eye of the dragon to turn into that of the true dragon sword. As they begin walking around with Izuku seeing so many pros and heroes, part of him wants to geek out, but he needs to act responsible, vigilant, and quite serious, especially around that of his master. But then, Ryu seeing this, part of him couldn't help but laugh at Izuku trying his best not to geek out at the heroes around him. As they soon arrive, they see that of a massive building close to that of the same size as the admin building for that of Island after all. As that of the building has a large D for that of the Dorper Corp. Within, Izuku feeling quite nervous, but also stern as well, making sure that he doesn't show any weakness to the woman here. And saying, Master Hayabusa, young Master Izuku, please head to that of the top floor. The CEO will be waiting for you there. Within, as they take the elevator, within Izuku saying, so, what do you expect that she wanted to talk about? Within, Ryu saying, not for sure. Who could say? When it comes to that woman, she's either she's like that of a beloved businesswoman, but behind the scenes, she's like that of a snake waiting to strike when you least expect it. Most of the time, she holds almost all of the cards, and half of the time, she barely knows what's going on. The woman is confident, but incompetent at the same time. Whatever the reason she's called you here, Izuku, just try to be careful. But then Izuku saying, yes, Sensei. But then after that, they soon arrive. Within seeing that of a large, luxurious business room, with even having that of a fish tank, multiple fish tanks on the side, within behind it seeing that of a large view, seeing almost all of Island. Within seeing that of a beautiful blonde-haired woman with that of a ponytail, wearing that of a beautiful Chinese Chungsan dress, with that of a gray flower pattern all across it, as it shows quite a bit of her quite beautiful in toned legs after all, as the woman may look like to be in that of her, late 40s, but you can tell she doesn't look a day over that of 30 actually, as this being Helena Douglas, CEO of Dorpa Corp, or Dorpa Tech, as some people prefer it. Within, she soon turns around saying, Izuku Midoriya, and I heard that Hayabusa was with you as well. It's good to see two of you. It's good to see one of you again and the other for the first time. Within, as her French accent is quite something. Within Izuku, even though he has a girlfriend and even though he has that of mental fortitude, you can tell by that of her voice alone, it's quite seductive. Having a hard time for that of the 15-year-old kid coming up to that of 16. However, he doesn't show it though, as he still basically stays strong, within saying, yes, it's good to meet you, Miss Douglas. Within Ryu saying, Helena, it's been a long time. Saying, yes, it has. With that, Ryu saying, now, could you cut that of the chit-chat though? Why did you ask Izuku to come here? I figured that Island would offer the winner of the sports festival that of a free paid trip to Island, especially for the expo. But Dorfa Corp itself offering, now that's shifty, even for you. What then? Saying, still don't trust me, Hayabusa, after all these years. Saying, it was your family corporation that caused a lot of problems across the world, especially for my best friends, who are allied with that of the Hayabusa clan. You could call me paranoid, if I say. What then? Izuku saying, may I ask why did you ask for me as well? I need to know. We've never met once, even throughout the years of the Dead or Alive tournaments. I've never met you at least any chance I could get. So why? What then? She's saying, first of all, let me bring up some things that I feel like you all should know. And especially you, Hayabusa. After all, you're here to make sure that the theft on that of David's shield doesn't happen after all. Within hearing that, Ryu steps back, within saying, so you know about that. Either you have a spy within the CIA, or within, he's saying, whoa, Sensei, what's going on? Is she saying, she's not a threat, but my guess is, within, the woman can help but laugh a little bit, saying, yes, in fact, I'm the one that's the spy for the CIA, actually. And actually brought up the fact about that of the theft that's about to happen. Within hearing that, soon, Izuku saying, wait, theft? Within realizing, wait, is that the reason why? Within soon saying, I get it now. You were hoping that you would have, with Door Protect being the ones fully and bursting and giving out that of the full Izuku's full package here at Island, you would expect him to basically call for me, his sensei, his master, his teacher, and not only that, you contacted Irene, so she knew that I would come here to help out either David or prevent something that would cause any casualties across the world due to my duty as that of the Dragon Ninja. In a way, you were covering all of your bases to make sure that nothing went bad and that everything went your way. It's that very reason on why I can't trust a woman like you, Helena. But then Izuku saying, so wait. But then realizing, if Sensei didn't come, and if Itsuka decided to come with me, and if I didn't ask Sensei, how would you? Within, soon Helena saying, the Dragon Ninja title draws a lot of weight across the world, especially in Japan. You should know that, young Midoriya. Within, she's standing up, showing on how tall she is, and even show more of quite of the beauty in that Chungsan dress. Within saying, correct, either way, I wanted to make sure that you were here, Ryu. And besides, I need your help more than anything. This is to help David, but it's also to prevent him from doing something stupid. Within, Ryu saying, what's going on? As then, she's saying, he's my student and my disciple. Whatever you tell me, you can tell him, as long as it doesn't get him in trouble. Within, hearing that, Helena saying, all right then. You see, for the past 3 years, David Shield has been creating that of a powerful support gear, something that can change and revolutionize that of quirk technology for generations. Within hearing that, Izuku saying, well, that's to be expected. He was a former pro hero turned support inventor. He's also well known in that of the quirk studies field as well. So what's the difference? But then Helena saying the difference is the device he made is able to amplify and surpass that of a quirk gene. Like take for example, having this device would turn somebody with that of the weakest quirk in the world, but has that of a practical point to that of heroism, would grow even stronger. Or another example, what if somebody with that of a good control and ability over their quirk is amazing, but yet with their quirk being so weak, this device will allow them to improve and train themselves even more capable as a hero. In a way, this amplifies and basically generates that of a quirk. But then saying, you almost make it sound like that it's trigger. But then Helena saying, that's the thing though. This device has no need of trigger. It's the very first quirk support gear that amplifies a quirk, but with no drug output. With then hearing that, the two quirkless individuals in the room couldn't help but say, what? With Ryu thinking, if that's the case, then that means, with soon, Izuku saying, they created that of the perfect support gear. It's literally perfect. No drawbacks, no damage to that of the wielder's mental state or possibly their body. It's the ultimate support gear. Why? If that's the case, this will revolutionize that of quirk technology for years. I don't see the problem with then, Helena saying, that's the thing. Those of the board of Island basically see the problem. It takes away everything that basically makes support gears useful and relevant. Not only that, it will basically put a dent on that of their finances as well. If the device like this is basically used, with then saying, it always comes back to money, of course. With Ryu basically getting annoyed at this, saying, plus, some of them are thinking more rationally and logically. There's another thing. What would happen if somebody is able to mass produce and replicate this device? A device that able to amplify a quirk with no drawbacks. What would happen if villains got their hands on a replica of that device? Within hearing that, Izuku saying, it would help out heroes. It would also cause a lot of problems for heroes as well. Villains got their hands on it. Not to mention what would happen if civilians get their hands on it too. Especially rich and wealthy civilians. Thinking about that of his classmate Momo Yaoyorozu. If she got something like that, her quirk would be amplified. Possibly it would be supercharged to the point that she wouldn't even need lib bits to basically use her quirk anymore. But then, what about those with that of less good intentions? She is a naive girl, but she's a good one. And most rich people aren't as naive. They take advantage of whatever gets in their hands after all. But then, Helena looking at that of Izuku's eyes saying, you're seeing it, aren't you, young Midoriya? Same thing goes for you, Hayabusa. The spy that has been helping out the CIA here at Island is my company, actually. We make sure to keep an eye out for dangerous items that can be sold on that of the black market. It's true that this is the most safe and most secured place in that of the entire world, but when tonight happens, when they're preparing for the expo, especially a party to basically welcome All Might, and he'll also be having that an announcement. Within Izuku saying, wait, All Might's here too? I guess I didn't hear about that. But then Izuku saying, wait, what announcement? Ryu thinking, no, he couldn't. He wouldn't be, would he? With then, soon, Helena could up and say, whatever the announcement is, that will probably be during their time when they'll be trying to steal the device. And most likely, the one who hired them isn't just some jaded or basically some, generic scientist that's wanting that device for themselves to make a name for it. It's actually David Shield himself. Within hearing that, Izuku saying, what? No! That can't be! But then Ryu saying, David, why would you? But then eyes widening in shock before remembering all the way back during that at the sports festival as the two talked. But then saying, you're weakened, aren't you, Toshi? I don't have much time left as a symbol of peace. That's why I've already given my quirk to somebody else, a student by the name of Mirio Togata. It's time for the next generation to stand up. It's time for a new symbol. But then realizing, that damn fool, David! Damn you, Shield. Your idolization is going to get the world killed. But then Izuku saying, Master? Saying, how long until the heist begins? But then Helena saying, like I said, until tonight. They'll strike when the iron is hot. It would be at that perfect time where they'll be able to keep all the heroes that came here, or the heroes that are currently on patrol across that of Island as well, off the streets and then busy. Just there may be also a chance that they may try and hack the system. By that time, I would expect the both of you, or mainly you, Hayabusa, to take care of this before it becomes a problem. What would you want me to do? But then, offering that of a key card to that of Ryu, saying, go to that of the top floor of the Hayabusa, of that of the admin building for Island. Most likely there's a chance, and a high chance, that they'll be up there to leave Island through a helicopter. I want you to be there to take care of it before things get out of hand. But then, Izuku saying, but what about me? But then, Helena saying, I hope that you can enjoy your time here at Island, young man. But this is something that kids like you shouldn't get involved in, saying, but I want to help, please. If Sensei is doing this, and if this could cause trouble across the world, please allow me. I know I'm just a student and just a kid, but then Ryu saying, allow Izuku to do this. But then, hearing that, Helena saying, Hayabusa, Izuku is ready. This would be the perfect test to show what he's truly capable of. And knowing him, he is capable. But then hearing that, Izuku saying, see? However, I want you to basically be my eyes at that party tonight. Show me your skills and all the training you've done as that of a Hayabusa ninja. Do not let me down, Izuku. I'm counting on you. As he says this while placing his left hand on Izuku's shoulder, with Izuku having that of a look of pure and utter shock, but also, and as he couldn't help but feel like he's about to tear up, but he puts aside his tears within saying, I swear, Sensei, I'll do this. But then saying, good. Now then, we should prepare. Saying, for the meantime, try and relax. Go around Island for the time being, saying, I will. Within, Izuku heads down as saying, what about you, Sensei? I'll stay here. There are some things I need to speak to that of Helena about. Within, the blonde-haired French woman couldn't help but smirk, saying, is that so? My. Speaking to that of a woman like me in private, your lady friend may be jealous if she hears about this, saying, don't push it, Douglas. With Izuku couldn't help but basically, roll his eyes as he heads down to that of the elevator. Within, him begins to basically go around that of Island, and couldn't help but think this place is quite awesome. Amazing, actually. Especially now that he's actually able to geek out over all of the heroes around here, and even heading to that of the expo, where there he stays in the shadows and basically looks around, seeing all of the support gear that will basically be shown off for tomorrow morning. He can't wait. Within, soon noticing that of two individuals that stand out quite a bit. One being that of a blonde-haired girl with that of glasses, wearing that of a, red sweater and tan jeans and that of brown boots. And not only that, a pretty muscular young man wearing that of a quite flashy hero costume, actually, as he has that of a huge 1 million on that of his chest, as he has that of spiky blonde hair and quite the cartoonish bland face, actually. And we all know who these two are, actually. Mirio and Melissa. As since Mirio is All Might's successor, of course, he would have brought him along to Island after all. And where Melissa's basically showing him around. Within, soon noticing that of several other individuals too. One of them being Momo Yaoyorozu, Jiro, Ochaka Uraka, and surprisingly the last one, Itsuka Kendo, his girlfriend. Within, Izuku saying, "What? Wait, what is..." Within, soon hearing something, as it being that of Itsuka saying, "Huh?" With Momo saying, Kendo? What's the matter?" Saying, "Nothing, I just feel like I heard something, or someone familiar." Within, Ochako can up say, I think we've been walking around too much, Kendo. Maybe we should probably just go and relax a little bit." I hear that, well, Ida alongside that of Kaminari are basically working here. Within, Jiro saying, "Oh great, Jamming Way is here. Wanna bet yen that he's already hitting on so many girls here?" With then, as they begin to walk away, Kendo, on the other hand, still can help but look up in that of the ceiling. However, she can't see anything before walking off. As then, Izuku saying, "So that's the reason that she can come with me. She already had plans to come to Island? Did she not even expect that I..." Within, thinking, you know what? No. If she could have said something sooner, but she's a girl. She probably wanted to spend time with that of the girls of our class. She's free to do whatever she pleased, but at least she could have told me sooner than later. Within, after that, he couldn't help but basically leave that of the expo before heading out as well. Where there, he saw that of tons of explosions in the distance, as he knows those explosions all too well, saying, so even Kachan's here too. That's to be expected. He must have gotten somebody's attention to basically get a flight here too. I would be surprised if not everybody from Class 1A is here. As Izuku basically stands on top of one of the buildings, looking around that of the artificial island, thinking, if I spend time with him, it would be great, wouldn't it? I mean, I came here to relax and have fun, but now knowing that there's a plot to steal the support gear that can basically change the outcome of the entirety of the world if left in the wrong hands, relaxing and playing around is the last thing on my mind about now. Sensei trusts me to take care of this. I'll scope out the rest of the place. Well, I wonder where the ball is going to be taking part in. As then, looking through, as he basically jumps off, little did he know, somebody noticed him. Or rather, 3 people noticed him. One being Melissa, the other being Kendo, and the last one being a certain person that shouldn't be here. While 2 of them didn't think much of it, the other one, on the other hand, thought, realizing, is that Izuku? No, it couldn't be. Later on that night, before the party even began, Izuku already heading out to that of the ballroom, making sure that everything goes to plan while everybody's setting up, and Ryu, on the other hand, already reached that of the top floor, making sure to keep everything in check, as he soon waits for their foes to arrive. As hours go by, the party's on full swing with even All Might, David Shield, and many pros alongside that of support inventors already mingling and having some and enjoying themselves. Izuku, seeing the party, couldn't help but think, they're really enjoying themselves. People forget that pros are just as much as people as anyone else. They're not gods as the media or even that of the Hero Public Safety Commission likes to deem them to be. They're just as mortal as us. Within, soon, hearing that of a gunshot, as Izuku basically goes back into that of the shadows of the raptors. Within, seeing that of an individual wearing that of a heavy fur coat, having that of multiple metals around his face like that of a mask, with that of his hair poking out of the metal head mask, as he's the one without the gun, with that of several other individuals alongside him, wearing that of tactical gear and even having that of assault rifles as well. As the man introduces himself as Wolfram, and that they have come to basically take care of this party. But then, seeing this, Izuku, using that of his support gear, as he begins to record everything that is happening. But then, Ryu, on the other hand, noticing this, as he has that of his communicator, which also, as he begins to hear everything that's going on from that of Izuku, as Wolfram states that they have come to Island to take a specific support gear, and if they don't get what they came here for, let's just say a lot of innocent people here will die, with All Might also basically detained through that of the security system, as even before that of Ryu showing up, the villains have already taken care of the master controls in that of the tower, with as Izuku saying, damn it, we should have made sure about that nobody took care of that. Well, then Ryu saying, too late, Izuku. Soon it looks like the villains have full control over that of the security system all across Island. Well, then Izuku saying, what about not for long though? Well, then, hearing that, Ryu saying, Izuku saying, hear me out. I know that I should be able to take care of the villains here in that of the party hall, right? Then after I take care of them, I'll head up that of the stairway, knowing that if they have control over all the island system, that even means the elevators. I should be able to handle this given my stamina and training, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We know it's not a problem. However, saying, you gave me permission to fight, and you're currently a pro, are you not? So you have the license to give, or to basically give that of orders to us, to me, right? But then, hearing that, Ryu couldn't help but smirk under his mask, before then saying, you figure things out. I'm guessing Hayate has taught you well during your internship. Well, then, he's saying, he basically saw through several loopholes to make me go against the hero killer. I looked up certain rules as well. And you're a pro, and you may be considered a sidekick under him, but you're still one of the best ninjas in the world. And that also means you're a pro by definition. With then saying, all right then, I approve. Do what you need to do. With then saying, understood. Before then, noticing that of David Shield, Wolfram and a few other goons began to walk off alongside that of a other man wearing a suit and tie as well. With then, as they begin to leave, as they soon take that of an elevator. But then, seeing a few minutes as they begin to go, Izuku sees the perfect opportunity, as then he jumps down without warning. All the villains that are in the ballroom notice Izuku as they are about to fire on him, and out of a blink of an eye, he already kicks away two of the goons' assault rifles, before then grabbing them by their heads, knocking them to each other, before hitting both of them in the solar plexus with that of his elbows. As then, with one final finish, he knocks both of them out with that of a powerful roundhouse kick to both of their temples, not sending them flying down. Within, soon, All Might noticing the hero costume, saying, young Midoriya, what are you? Saying, sorry, All Might, but I have words to say to you. Sorry I didn't take care of this sooner, but I didn't want to cause any trouble until now. My master, Ryu Hayabusa, has given me permission to act as currently a sidekick and pro under that of Omega. Within, hearing that, All Might saying, wait, Ryu is here? So I would be able to get you out of there, but right now I do not trust my hands on cutting you through, especially through that of energy-based support gear. So I'll take care of the rest. I'm heading up to that of the control room and taking care of things. Within, soon, hearing that, somebody saying, Izuku! Within, realizing, oh, crap. Looking up, noticing that of Kendo, alongside that of Momo, Ochako, and also that of Shoto and Ida. Within, meeting up with that of his classmates and girlfriend and friends. But then soon, Kendo saying, why didn't you? I can't believe it. You were here all this time? I mean, I knew you would be, but saying, look, as much as I want to be mad at you too, we don't have time for this, Itsuka. But then, soon hearing that, saying, Izuku. But then, Ida saying, Midoriya, what's going on and why are you in your hero costume? As then saying, look, this entire plan and basically villain attack, this isn't, turns out this is all planned by that of David Shield himself. Within hearing this, Melissa saying, what? That can't be. Within, Muriel saying, hold up now. Midoriya, was it? You're friends with these guys who are your classmates. I all seen you during the sports festival as well. So, are you sure that David Shield, the guy who was one of the most prestigious scientists here, would plan this, saying he's made a support gear, a powerful support gear, that can basically amplify and boost a person's quirk without any negative drawbacks, just like that a trigger. But then hearing that, Mio saying a support gear that amplifies a quirk that's just like trigger, but without any downsides? That can't be. Within Melissa's eyes winding with her hands to her mouth saying, no, he wouldn't. He was told that it was too dangerous. Within, soon, Momo seeing out of the blonde net. Within saying, Miss Shield? Within, Izuku saying, Miss Shield? Wait, by any chance are you? Within, she's saying, yes, I'm the daughter of David Shield. My name is Melissa Shield. Within, Izuku saying, I'm Izuku Midoriya, just as they said. But yeah, I don't know if I should say this, but my master got a tip from that of the CIA that somebody has planned on stealing a support gear here. He's currently here to stop them. Within, Ochako saying, wait, your master? You mean the same guy that came to see you during the final exam? Why is he here? Kaminari could up and say, isn't it obvious? The guy's a badass pro hero. You don't look like that much of a badass ninja unless you're a pro. Saying, well, he's beyond a pro actually, Kaminari, but that's beside the point. But then Izuku spoke up saying, look, the point is, I need to go and get the security systems back online. I know my master can handle everything by himself because, again, he's Ryu Hayabusa. He's the dragon ninja. He can handle anything and beat anybody. However, then, soon, Muriel saying, you still want to help out in your own way. And, honestly, let us help you out too. But then he's saying, you are Muriel Togata. I'm basically a third year in UA's hero course. I'm in from class 3B, actually. But then he's saying, oh, okay. But then Ida's saying, now hold on there. I know that, Midoriya, that you wanted to help out, but remember, we're not pros. We don't have the permission set within. Soon, Izuku, putting his master on speakerphone, saying, hello, my name is Ryu Hayabusa. I go by the current name, Dragon Ninja, right now. As a pro, I'm giving you all permission alongside that of my disciple to use your quirks freely and take care of these villains. The sooner that the security system is back online, the better. Like I said, lives are at stake here, and a support gear that should not be in the hands of villains is about to be. So, I'm asking you this. Will you sit on the sidelines and wait while Izuku does all the work? Or will you help him, like the heroes in training that you all are? Within hearing those words, within soon, all of them couldn't help but agree. Within, Itsuka saying, even if you were told no, you would have still gone, wouldn't you? But then Izuku saying, of course, if it means helping others, I wouldn't hesitate. But after that, Kendo saying, all right, I'm with Izuku. What about the rest of you? Within, Shoto saying, I'm with Midoriya too. Within, Ochako saying, I'm a little scared, but I'll do this with that of you guys. But then Jiro saying, why not? Better take care of things now, right? But then Mirio saying, I am a third year. I guess it's a chance for me to take care of my kohais. With them, Melissa saying, plus, I'm a student. I basically know the system inside and out here at Island. You're going to need somebody to take care of things after all. Kaminari saying, why the hell not? I want to help out the two while I can. But then soon, Ida, the last one out, saying, this is crazy, but fine, let's do this. I'll just be making sure that that if it gets too dangerous, we're putting back, no matter what. But then, Mirio saying, but don't worry, I also have a provisional hero's license, so I'll be able to act when necessary. Within, Izuku saying, you couldn't have led with that. Within, Mirio couldn't help but scratch the back of his head while laughing, saying, I actually forgot about it, to be honest. Within, Izuku saying, and this is the guy that All Might entrusted his quirk to become the next symbol of peace. Oh boy. After that, with now everybody rallied together, as they soon head up the stairs heading to that of the control room. On their way there, they began to take care of that of other villains. However, on the way up there as well, they also saw that of Bakugo and Kirishima being attacked by those villains as well. Luckily, both Shoto basically stuck around to help them out to take care of the villains that attacked, allowing that of the advanced team to basically head up to that of the control rooms even more. However, it also led to that of the one controlling that of the systems to basically see them coming, sending that of the security drones onto them. Within seeing the huge amount of drones heading their way, Izuku sends that of a blast of electricity due to his art of the Izanami towards them, as it electrocutes several of them, which soon basically connected to each and every one of them too. However, even so, there were still more and more robots heading their way. Within, as they head up to that of the next floor, they soon notice that it's a dead end. Within, noticing that they can get up if they get at least some airtime by using Ochako's quirk, they soon float that of both Melissa and Mirio, within Izuku tagging along as well. Originally, he wanted to help out that of Kendo, Jiro, Momo, and even Kaminari and Ochako as well, with Ida too, to not get overwhelmed, but realizing that they're the ones that need to take care of this. So they need to be the ones to help to basically get to the control system after all. With that, Izuku accepts as they begin to head up even further. Where there, more of the mercenary villains finally get to step in, as they soon use their machine guns to shoot down that of Melissa, Mirio, and Izuku. However, Izuku and Mirio basically make short work of them, with Mirio using One for All and that of his quirk permeation to basically take care of them without even breaking a sweat, with Izuku using his wind katana to basically cut through that of the weapons before knocking them out. Within, they only have that of one more door left before getting to the system. However, that's when a man wearing that of tactical gear with that of red hair and red eyes, as his hand begins to shift into that of a blade, was about to cut through that of Melissa before Izuku basically stopped him using his katana, within holding back that of the hand sword user, within saying, "You're not bad, kid. I expected basically a bunch of brats that got lucky, but yet you were able to block me pretty easily." But then, getting out of the deadlock, the two began to clash with that of their blades. Within, soon, they get into that of another deadlock, within saying, "Melissa, Togata senpai, get going now!" Within, Mirio saying, "But Midoriya," saying, "Don't argue with me, go!" After being stern, the two basically head off. Within, soon, the guy couldn't help but smirk, saying, letting your friends go? Sure, they may get the systems back up online, but too bad for you. They're basically gonna see your corpse when I'm done with you. Within, Izuku saying, "Actually, I wanted them to go because..." Within, Izuku having that of a serious look under his mask, as his eyes basically say the coldness in his eyes, saying, "I may basically go a little overboard and I don't want them seeing the blood the bloodstain you'll become. Within, seeing those eyes, the guy known as that of Sword Hand couldn't help but say, "What?" Before then, getting kicked by Izuku, as Izuku doesn't hold anything back, sending that a flurries of slashes and spinning around at the same time. Before then, jumping up into the air and basically breaking that of Sword Hand's sword hand. Within, he couldn't help but basically scream in pain. Before then, without warning, he stabs that of Sword Hand right through that of his shoulder, his left shoulder blade. Before then, elbowing him into the face, and then finishing him off with that of a powerful knee to his jaw, sending him flying to the wall, bleeding out while knocked out at the same time. Within, basically flicking the blood off of his blade before sheathing his katana. Within saying, didn't even need the blade of the Archfiend. Even without his spiritual power, it's still a pretty formidable blade that would have broken through his hand without even breaking his sweat. Within, soon noticing that everything is going back to normal, as all systems are back in the hands of everybody else. Within, thinking, looks like they did it. All that's left is, within, soon, without warning, everything begins to shift, as this is where David finally found out that the villains he hired, that he thought were fake villains, but it actually were real ones, with Wolfram basically taking that of the gear, as turns out his assistant Sam was the one that hired them actually, as he wanted all the praise, all the glory for the hard work they did making this support gear, and he didn't want to waste it on just one man, as the one man being, within soon, Izuku, seeing this, as he saw that Mirio was trying to phase through and attack that of Wolfram. However, every time when he tries, he has to phase, which basically gives Wolfram the perfect chance to basically block Mirio. Even with that of One For All basically enhancing him, still, it seems like that of the successor of One For All, the current knife wielder, is having trouble within, saying, I still need you, David Shield. After all, being the one who created this thing, I need your help more than anything. As he soon basically grabs the man and was about to head up to that at the rooftop. Within, Izuku saying, oh no you don't! Within, soon, Wolfram sees this, using his quirk to create that of another metal wall. Within, Izuku stops, before then saying, not a chance, I'm letting you go! As he soon as he has that in hand signs, before then sending that of the art of the Inferno towards that of the wall, blasting right through it. Within, soon, Mirio tries to attack as well, before then getting slammed through before phasing. However, it soon led to that of Wolfram escaping. But then soon, Mirio saying, damn it, we were too late. We gotta get going, saying, don't worry, he won't go far after all. Within, Mirio looks at that of Izuku saying, when it comes to the Dragon Ninja, he does not let his prey escape. Within, Melissa saying, Dragon Ninja, and she feels a click in her head, but she doesn't know why. She feels like she knows that name, but she just can't explain it. Within, soon arriving into that of the helicarrier bay, as Wolfram couldn't help but smile. However, that smile begins to fade, as the helicopter that was supposed to be there to basically take them away from Island is now actually destroyed, all in flames on the helipad. Within, as in front of those flames, lies that of a black card ninja, with that of a somewhat majestic blade in his right hand, as that of his black scarf begins to flow in that of the night sky. He looks back, saying, "So, you're the one who tries to steal this support gear made by David." Within, Sue saying, "Damn it! So we were cads since the very beginning, damn it!" Within, soon, David, here, seeing that garb, he can help but say, wait, I've seen that before. But then saying, it's been a long time, Shield. How long has it been? 20, 30 years? I know that you care about Toshi a lot, but you'd think that you would go this far for him. Within, recognizing the voice and saying, Ryu, is that you? Within, saying, I don't know who the hell you are, but you're gonna pay for getting in my way! As he soon sends that of multiple spikes of metal towards that of Ryu. Within, Ryu, without warning, basically dodges each and every one of them without even breaking a sweat. As then Wolfram tries to create that of even more and more spikes as well. As they were coming close to basically hitting that of Ryu, he soon slices through them without even breaking a sweat. Spinning in the air before landing, heading straight for that of Wolfram. As he's about to basically shoot Ryu with his pan gun, Ryu doesn't hesitate and basically cuts off Wolfram's arm without held that of the handgun. With then soon Wolfram notices that of his missing limb as everything basically goes slow motion. With even David having that of a look of pure and utter shock, and Ryu calm, calculating, and not even fazed by what he's done. Within soon, Wolfram couldn't help but scream in agony from what he's done, from what he did. Within giving that the perfect opportunity to take the case and David from that of Wolfram. As soon seeing that of the Dragon Ninja already taking care of everything without even batting an eye. Within saying, sorry about this, David. Sorry I had to see that. Saying, it's all right. Honestly, during my pro days, I should be used to that. Within soon, Wolfram come up and scream saying, you bastard! You're a pro, aren't you? Why the hell would you? Within soon, noticing that of the guy's look, saying, no way. I know you. The black garb ninja. The one on the battlefield, if you see, you die. So many people from London talked about you. You really are Ryu Hayabusa, the Dragon Ninja. As Wolfram now has that of a pure look of terror, as Ryu, not even fazed by that of the fear, as soon coming up out of the elevator, as it being that of Mirio, Izuku, and Melissa. Within, all three of them can only be shocked. Well, Izuku just a little bit stunned, but not too shocked. As Melissa soon notices her father right beside that of, Ryu, saying, Daddy! As she tries running towards her father. Within, David saying, Melissa! As David runs also to his daughter, as the father and daughter embrace each other. As then, Mirio saying, who the heck is within? Mirio realizing, wait, are you saying that's? Saying, yeah, that's my master. The pro that basically gave us permission to act. That's Ryu Hayabusa, the Dragon Ninja. Within, soon, seeing that of Wolfram's decapitated arm, within Mirio saying, but he just... this is the battlefield, senpai. Sometimes you have to do unspeakable things to get the job done. Within, soon, Wolfram saying, I can't believe it. If I knew you were going to be here, I would have basically denied the job. To hell with All for One's money. Even if I use that secondary quirk, there's no way I'm surviving against you. Within, soon pointing that of his blade towards that of Wolfram's neck. Within saying, so, All for One was in charge of the scheme outside of David. I figured as much. The man has everything under his boot and heel. To think that Toshi failed to kill the man. Within soon, busting through that of the ceiling, through that of the helipad saying, never fear, for I am here. As All Might comes through, flung through the air, lands before taking that of a battle stance before it's then noticing everything is already now settled. Within realizing, I see. I figured, so you taking care of everything. Within, soon, noticing Ryu saying, Ryu, you really are here. Saying, sorry, Toshi, if I stole your thunder, but things need to be taken care of after all. And this guy, he needs medical attention before he bleeds out after all. But then, seeing that of Wolfram and his missing arm, saying, I see. I may not like your motives, Ryu, but you get things done. Saying, as long as you know that, Toshi. After that, everything finally comes to an end with that of tonight. However, soon it also, at least that of many other things that happened. The expo basically went off without a hitch. The villains basically captured. However, turns out both that of Swordhand and Wolfram were the ones who got the most critical, mainly due to that of Izuku and Ryu's actions after all. They were called to action, but given Ryu's standing as that of a, now pro hero and also Japan's most valuable asset, no way in hell he's seeing any problems at all, after all. As for Izuku basically meeting with his classmates, let's just say Bakugo was annoyed at the fact that Izuku was here and was also at the forefront of everything as well, with Kirishima trying his best to basically calm Bakugo down, but little to that avail. But even so, everything was now taken care of with barely any full-on property damage outside of, a helicopter exploding, a few robots basically being short-circuited and destroyed by that of the students, and basically one of the floors basically hit with tons of scorched flame marks, explosions, and ice after all. But other than that, nothing too major. With the expo and even finding out that almost everybody from Class 1A got a ride here at that of to Island as well, which now Izuku was actually able to relax and have fun, especially with Kendo of all people, with the two basically just spending time together, even finding out that next year's Dead or Alive tournament is going to be here at Island actually, which led to the two of them getting excited for next year to come. But until then, next time will be that of Class 1A's training camp, which all the students couldn't help but get excited for, but are enjoying their time here. Not to mention All Might's announcement, a worldwide announcement from Island that he'll be retiring as the #1 hero starting next year. But with the words he said, that they have nothing to worry about, as he's already chosen a successor, one that embodies everything he stands for as a pro. With many people believing that he was saying Stars and Stripes from America, after all, given that her whole motif is made after him. But instead, he shows Mirio, showing that Mirio will be his successor once he graduates from UA. He's already on the steps, had the stepping stones and the pride to become the next #1 pro hero of Japan. With many people excited, many people somewhat worried if Mirio can live up to the legacy. Some even believe that All Might is, retiring too early, while some believe that it's about time for him to retire. However, this also sets off that of a powder cake. A powder cake of thinking that the All Might's time as a symbol of peace is coming to an end, with that of heroes and villains alike. But little do they know, one person still lies in the shadows and is still ready to prepare for anything to come. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Let's read them. And yeah, I wanted to end off the series with nothing but a goddamn bang after all. Sorry that I didn't have Izuku and, Ryu basically working together to take down Wolfram. Trust me, I was debating on that, but let's be honest here. When it comes to that of Ryu, he's always efficient. He does not hesitate whatsoever. He basically will do whatever it takes to basically take care of the threat in his way. In Wolfram, he's basically not even on the same level of the people and the things he fights against on a daily after all. So yeah. But even so, I still wanted to show off on how much this series still meant to me. I still wanted to give off on how much Izuku has basically grown as a person. He still basically tries so much to be like Ryu, and he can't hide himself from his master after all. But when he's around his friends, he seems like to be the most mature and the most ready of all. Sorry if I basically skipped through a few of the fights after all, but like I said, this is mainly Izuku's story, so we're going to be focusing more on him than everybody else's. But like I said, this is the last part, so like I said, I wanted to go out with a bang. But if this series can get up to that of 1,000 likes by the end of the year, before 2025, this series will still go on strong. If not, it's bye-bye. Which, again, this is a good time to basically put this series away to finally end this series after all. So yeah, at any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep to date my video about the channel. Also, please check out my Discord, gaming channel, side channel, other channel, Patreon, and Cash App. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out one last time for this series. Later, guys. You know what to do, my Shiro. Finish this series off right.
Hi everyone, this is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!